In this video, I'm going to cover exactly how you can begin making money as a teenager, whether it be 5k a month, 10k a month, 20 or even 30,000 per month. And I'll give you my experience from 5.5 years of being an online business, and more specifically dropshipping, and generating over 7 figures in sales. Because I know that you've probably watched lots of or motivational videos to try and hype yourself up, but I'm going to give you 5 tactical pieces of advice that I've personally used that has allowed me to generate 7 figures in sales. And I'm not going to give you any of the scarcity sort of mindset stuff that most gurus out there give you, such as don't spend money on Starbucks, save your £3 on a coffee and all that type of stuff, for anyone who doesn't have any self-belief in themselves. Because I spend thousands per month, or even close to 10k per month. The rent on this apartment itself is £4,500, so I'm more than, and even my watch is 15k on a watch. I love spending my money because I have the self-belief and I know how easy it is to make money. And once you understand how easy it is, it's because it's a skill and you can learn any skill. And so in this video, I'm going to break down the skills and sort of tips that you can implement yourself today to start earning more money. So number 1 is going to be stop drinking alcohol. So I'm all for having a drink and going out with my mates now and again and having fun. But if you are serious about kind of wanting to start your business or start making proper money, it's important that you try and limit how much alcohol you're consuming, and you're not going out every weekend. Like, by all means, go out on a special occasion if it's your mate's birthday or your girlfriend's birthday or all that kind of thing. So special occasions is fine. However, going out every weekend just for the sake of it is completely pointless, because not only are you out spending money, which you could be investing in, whether it be ads or whether it be a course or books or mentorship, you're spending money that is setting you back. At the same time, you're also like wasting a day where you could be working or you could be learning a skill or whatever. So not only are you taking one day off, you're 2 days back, because not only are you out drinking when you could be sort of learning a skill or working, you're also hungover the next day, and so it has a knock-on effect. It's not just a first order consequence, there's multiple consequences to that. But like I say, if you're going out and you're spending, it's easy to spend £100, £150, taxis, drinks, all that type of stuff. So that's money you should be investing into your company. So if you're starting out, limit the alcohol. By all means, once you start making a bit, go and celebrate, go to Ibiza, go to the beach clubs, all that type of thing. But in the beginning, limit your alcohol. So tip number 2, which is more tactical, is to learn a high income skill. So a high income skill is something that's going to allow you to be paid a lot of money, essentially, because in order to get paid lots of money, you need to solve big problems, because you will be paid in direct proportion to the size of the problems you solve. So if you solve big problems, you'll get paid big bucks. So for instance, it's the same reason why Elon Musk gets paid millions or billions, because he's putting people into space and also pioneering the electric car sort of market. And same goes with Jeff Bezos. He's providing next day shipping anywhere in the world with just the click of a button. So if you solve big problems, you'll get paid big bucks. So for example, whether it's drop shipping, sales, copywriting, any sort of, even Google Sheets. If you're a master at Google Sheets, these are all skills that business owners such as myself will pay a lot of money for, because let's say every business does require sales, every business requires marketing, every business requires sort of tracking and SOPs, which is what Google Sheets is kind of for. So learn a high income skill, and you can do that through books, YouTube videos such as this, courses, mentorships, everything. Always try and be learning, and that's probably one of the most important, because that's your insurance policy. Because you could lose your job, you could lose your marriage. Say you're married like Jeff Bezos was and lost half his wealth, but that didn't affect him at all, because he had the skills to be able to make money. It's not as if he won the lottery and his wife took half the money and that was him. So if you have skills, no matter what happens, if you get fired or if you no matter what, you'll always be able to make more money if you're good at sales, good at copywriting, or have skills that are in demand. Because if you go to McDonald's and flip burgers, you're going to get paid peanuts, because anyone can do that. It's not high value. So number 3 kind of ties into number 2 is, let's say, invest. So you want to be investing your money. And in terms of myself, I'm not the biggest into investing in stocks or crypto and all that, because I like to invest all my money into myself. So instead of the S&P 500, I like to invest into the S&Me 500. So for instance, I'll pay for mentorships, courses, books, podcasts, one-on-one meetings, ads, trainings. I'll pay for anything that I know is going to allow me to make more money. Even, for instance, reinvesting back into my own business. So I'll reinvest in, for instance, better camera equipment, the fully spec'd out MacBooks. I'll go and buy anything that I know is going to give me a return on my investment. And it's also more enjoyable to record on the newest camera equipment or on the latest MacBook, or even, for instance, I'll go and buy Rolexes or expensive watches, because even though they're a lot of money, people say, oh, it's why spending that much on a watch when your phone can tell the time for you. It's because it's a store of value, because I could go and sell this for more money than what I paid for it, purely because I got it for retail. But even if I did pay over the odds, if I sell that in a year's time or whatever, I'm still going to get at least 90% of my money back. So you're only really losing about £1,000 worst ever case, and more than likely, let's say these are appreciating assets, so these will go up. So in my watch collection in total, I'm probably up about £15,000, and that's just for buying watches, and you can wear them, scratch them, go wherever, and they're good to have, and they're also conversation starters as well. So once you kind of have your skill sets and you have the skills, you can then reinvest into stocks and crypto and all that kind of thing, which is definitely more long term, and eventually real estate, and once you have a good pile of cash and you can keep sort of recycling that. Number 4 is to change your environment, and something I like to say is, or move out of your hometown like your life depends on it, because it does. And so, for instance, if you're have the mindset that, look, I need to stay in this country or stay in this city because I was born there, you've got the wrong mindset, because ever since I came and moved out to Dubai, I've made more money than I've ever made, and I've met more people who've got more money than I've ever known. Back in Scotland, no one's really doing anything except from some of my close mates who I know, like, we're all sort of like-minded in that kind of thing. But because if your friend group isn't on the same trajectory as yourself, then you're probably going to fall to the same level as them, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with most, and most people hear that and they know it to be true, but they just don't do anything. They still keep hanging around with the same sort of people and the same losers who aren't doing anything. So you need to surround yourself with people who are doing better, if ideally, or on the same level, because the conversation is different, the environment's different, and I don't know if you've ever seen that image, I'll maybe put it on the screen here. It's a shark will grow to the size of the tank. That analogy is also true of people. So if you're surrounded with people who are broke and have that scarcity mindset, you'll also only go to that same size. However, if you surround yourself with people who are doing better, even like myself, who are maybe doing 50 or 60k in profit pounds per month, then you'll know that's now possible, and you'll try and achieve that also, and you kind of rise up. But at the same time, if you're surrounding yourself with losers, you'll fall down to their level. So it's very important. Change your environment, and that's probably the most important thing. And your environment can be both physical, as in different country, different state, all that type of thing. However, it can also be your digital environment. So like, what are you consuming? What kind of videos are you watching? What kind of programs are you watching? What kind of books are you listening to? What kind of books are you reading? All that kind of thing. And even a simple one, a tactical one, go and clean your room, because a clean work environment will make you want to work more. And so keep your workspace tidy, keep your laptop tidy, keep everything, keep your environment clean, essentially. And the 5th and final one is to pay off any credit card debt. So when most people hear debt, they think it's bad. However, if you're smart and you know how to utilise basically credit, then you can use it to your advantage. So for instance, if you do drop shipping like myself, where you spend a lot of money on ads, product costs, staff, all that type of thing, you can put them on a credit card, and as long as you pay it off in full before you would be charged interest, and then you get points for all the money you spend, and you don't get charged any interest. So not only does it give you that sort of cash flow, the 60-day payment terms, it also allows you to benefit from money you would already be spending anyway. So for every £1 you spend, you'll get a point, and with them points you can use it to buy whatever. You can even, like myself, use it for air miles. So I fly quite a lot, more specifically first class and that kind of thing. So if you fly first class, you get better value. So instead of paying £5,000 for a flight, you can get it for maybe 110,000 points plus like £800 or whatever, which is a hell of a lot better than the 5k price point. So use credit cards, and I'll even put a link to the one that I use down below as well, which you can sign up for as well and get yourself a bonus. I think it's usually around 60,000 points or 25,000 points, which is, like I say, probably a free first class economy ticket to Dubai. So I'll put that link below if you want to use that. But like I say, you need to be responsible. Don't be incurring any debt. Don't be late to pay anything back. Set up a direct debit and make sure it's paid in full every month. And so that's how you can utilise that to your benefit. So that's 5 tips that I hope helped, and if you need any further help, you can book in a call with myself down below if you want to get started with dropshipping, which is what I do myself, make multi-6 figures per month in revenue from it, and is what's allowed me to move to Dubai and buy whatever I want and do whatever I want with my life at the age of 22. So you can book in a call if you want to get started with that, and like I say, anything else, drop a comment down below what kind of videos you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.